This story is about a hero you don't expect, King Kong. In a wild storm, he risks everything to protect a little black girl. If you enjoy powerful stories like this, subscribe to the Black Girl Narrative, like this video, and share it with a friend. It helps us a lot. It is a wild night in the city. The sky is dark and rain falls hard like needles. Wind pushes the water sideways. Lights blur. Sirens cry in the distance. A long bridge crosses the river and cars crowd the road, stuck in a sudden traffic jam. People honk and shout. The storm grows louder. Amara, a small black girl with bright, brave eyes, stands with her auntie near the middle of the bridge. They just left a family visit and are trying to get home before the storm gets worse. Amara holds a yellow umbrella. It flips inside out in the wind. She laughs once, but the laugh is small and nervous. Her auntie squeezes her hand and says it will be okay. They will move soon. But the storm has other plans. A truck skids on the wet road. Tires scream. The truck hits a metal rail on the side of the bridge. The rail bends with a horrible screech. People gasp. Someone yells, "Back up!" Another person shouts, "Run!" Cars try to move, but there is no space. The whole bridge shakes for a second, as if the wind itself has hands. Amara steps to the side to avoid a crowd of people pushing past. In that 1 second, her backpack strap catches on a sharp wire from the broken rail. She tries to pull it free. The strap is tight. Her auntie turns and sees Amara is not beside her anymore. The crowd sweeps the auntie away a few steps. "Amara," she calls, but her voice is lost in the storm. Amara tugs on the strap. It doesn't move. She tugs again, harder. The wire bites into the fabric. Her umbrella slips from her hand and blows over the edge. The wind roars. She is now alone on a small patch of road with people running on both sides. A bus inches forward, then stops at an angle, its back wheels too close to the edge. Water churns far below. A deep vibration runs through the bridge. At first it feels like more wind. Then it becomes steady. Thum, thum, thum. The sound is heavy and slow, like a giant heart walking. People stop. They look into the rain. A large shape moves between the streetlights. The shape grows taller, wider, closer. Some scream. Some point. Some start to film with shaky phones. King Kong steps onto the bridge. His fur is soaked. Rain streams off his arms. His eyes glow warm and sad in the flashing red and blue lights from police cars. He looks left and right. He sees fear.
He hears anger.
He hears, too, a small sound, a child's breath, sharp and quick. He turns his head and finds Amara. The crowd pulls back from him. Someone throws a small metal can. It bounces off his shoulder and rolls away. Another person shouts, "Monster!" A third says, "Go back." Kong does not roar. He does not raise a fist. He bends his huge body down until his face is close to the road. His nostrils flare. He smells fear. He sees the wire around the girl's backpack strap tight like a trap. Amara is shaking, but she looks up at him. She meets his eyes. They are not cold. They are gentle, like deep water on a quiet day. Her breath slows just a little. Kong lowers one hand, palm up, as if to say, "I will not hurt you." With two thick fingers of his other hand, he reaches for the wire. The bridge groans as a gust hits. He pauses. He waits for the wind to pass. Then he pinches the wire and carefully bends it away from the strap. Metal squeals. He does not stop. The wire breaks free. Amara gasps and steps back. She is free now. The strap hangs loose. She nods at him, small and grateful. Kong's eyes soften. For a moment there is peace in the storm. The peace breaks fast. A loose beam overhead, weakened by the crash, snaps and falls toward the girl. People scream again. Kong moves without thinking. He swings his arm up and blocks the beam with his forearm. The beam smashes against him and bounces to the road. Kong grunts in pain. A dark line of blood runs down his arm, washing thin in the rain. He looks at the wound, then back at Amara. He is hurt, but she is safe. He takes a breath and lowers his arm. Sirens grow louder. 2 helicopters rise from behind the skyscrapers, their lights bright and white. The beams of light cut through the rain and hit Kong in the eyes. He blinks hard. He turns his head slightly, trying to shield his vision. The wind shrieks. The bridge shakes again. A bus, the same bus from before, slides another foot toward the edge. Its tires squeal. The road beneath it cracks. A chunk of asphalt breaks away and drops into the river with a splash. Water leaps up and licks the air, then falls back, black and hungry. Amara stands on a small island of road now, a jagged piece that sticks out near the broken rail. Each new gust makes her knees bend. She spreads her arms to balance. Her auntie pushes through the crowd, calling her name, but she is still too far away. A police officer tries to help, but fear and noise make everything slow. Kong sees the girl's island shrinking. He sees the crack crawling like a snake through the asphalt toward her feet. He moves closer, each step careful. The bridge trembles under his weight. He kneels, trying to place his hand under her so she can climb in. But the helicopter lights swing back into his face. They are harsh. They blind him. He flinches and turns away. People shout different things all at once. Help her. Back off. Take the shot. Don't shoot. The storm does not care. It keeps roaring. Kong closes his eyes for 1 second. He listens. The wind howls. The river slaps the bridge. Metal sings and groans. And then he hears it. The small, brave voice that cut through fear before. Please, Amara whispers. Kong opens his eyes again. He lowers his hand, palm open, steady as a rock, right below the edge of the broken road where the girl stands. The crack reaches her toes. Pebbles begin to roll off into the dark. He reaches out, and the screen goes black. Last night, the storm smashed the bridge. A small black girl, Amara, was trapped. Everyone feared the giant, but he did not harm her. King Kong stepped in. He blocked a falling beam. He bled. He held out his hand. Amara jumped. He saved her from the broken road. The river roared below. Helicopters circled above. Now the question is simple and hard. Can he get her to safety? Rain still hits the city like nails. Wind pushes hard. The bridge groans. Kong holds Amara close to his chest to keep her warm. His breath is slow and deep. Her small fingers cling to his fur. She is shaking, but she is brave. He looks for a safe path. There is almost none. Don't shoot! A voice cries over the helicopter radio. Clear the air. Another voice answers. The lights swing. The air shakes. Kong moves. 1 step, 2 steps. The road under him cracks again. He stops. He looks left. A fallen bus blocks the way. He looks right. The railing is gone. And dark water waits below. In front of him stands a tall building with a low roof ledge, maybe reachable in the wind. Kong takes a breath and makes a choice. He steps to the edge, plants 1 foot on a steel support and tests the grip. The beam shakes but holds. He sets his other foot and leans toward the building. The gap is too wide for a normal step. The wind shouts, "No!" Amara feels him pause. She hears the river slap the bridge. She knows he is thinking. She whispers, "You can do it." Kong lowers his head a little as if to thank her. A new danger arrives. A drone, small but fast, dives close to Kong's face, its propellers scream. The lights blind him. He turns away and shields Amara. The drone tries to shoot a net, but the wind flips it. The net whips back and hits a streetlight. Sparks jump. The drone spins, falls, and explodes in the water. Back off, a police officer yells from below. There's a child. Some people listen. Some do not. The storm makes everyone loud. Kong sees a metal road sign half torn from its frame. He reaches out and pulls it free. The sign is long and flat. He pushes one end against the building ledge and the other end on the bridge edge. It makes a narrow bridge for a giant hand. He moves Amara into his left palm. Open and steady, with his right hand he tests the metal sign. It bends a little, holds a lot. He leans forward, puts his knuckles on the sign and slides his weight across. The sign creaks. The wind shoves. The river begs. "Hold on," he whispers, not with words, but with the careful way he moves. He reaches the building ledge and locks his fingers over it. The sign slips from behind him and clatters into the river. But his grip is strong. He pulls himself and the child onto the building. People on the street cheer. Others stare in shock. The helicopters lift higher, unsure. The rain eases by a small degree, like the sky is watching too. On the building there is a stair door, but it is locked. Kong does not need the door. He climbs, finding the window frames and stone edges, moving in slow, careful pulls. He keeps Amara close to his heart. She listens to the deep drum of his chest. Each beat says the same thing. Safe. Say. Lightning cracks above, white and loud. It strikes a billboard sign 3 rooftops away. The sign catches fire and falls, burning, down toward the street. The fire changes everything. People below scatter. The smoke twists in the rain and flies toward Kong. He coughs once, low and rough, and turns his body to block the smoke from the child. A voice on the police radio shouts, Rooftop helipad. 2 blocks east. Medics are ready. Another voice says, clear the path. Clear the path. Kong looks across the roofs. Between him and the helipad is a small gap between buildings, then another. He can do it. But the wind is still cruel. He climbs higher until he reaches the top. There, the edge is sharp and the drop is long. He looks down, measures the jump and bends his knees. Wait, Amara says. Small and brave, Kong looks at her. Her eyes are steady, she pats his knuckle. I trust you. He nods once, he jumps. For a full second, the world is only air, rain, and the raw strength of a giant. He lands on the next roof. The building shakes, but it holds. He sets his free hand down to balance and moves again, quick and careful. Behind him, a helicopter swings too low. A gust knocks it sideways. It misses the building by a few feet and spins back up. Everyone gasps. The pilot steadies the craft. Maintain distance. A controller orders. Do not block his path. Kong crosses the second gap with a long step. The helipad glows red through the rain. Medics in bright vests wave their arms. A stretcher waits. A thermal blanket waits. A small stuffed bear sits on a supply box, as if ready to be brave too. Amara's auntie appears on the roof stairs, wet hair on her cheeks, tears mixing with rain. She sees her niece in the giant's hands. She covers her mouth, then reaches out both arms. Amara, she cries. Kong kneels at the helipad, bending low so the wind is nothing and the drop is gone. He opens his hand. The girl is there, safe and whole. Amara steps onto the red circle and into her auntie's arms. They hug for a long second that feels like a sunrise. The roof is quiet now. Even the storm has to listen. A medic checks Amara. She's okay, the medic says, smiling in relief. Amara turns back to the giant. She looks at his arm. Where a dark wound shows through wet fur, she takes a small bandage from the medic's kit and walks to Kong. Without fear, she presses the bandage to his skin with careful hands. Thank you, she says. Kong watches her. He taps his chest once, soft, not a boast, a promise. He looks at the police line. Some officers lower their weapons. He looks at the crowd on far roofs. Some people raise open hands, not fists. In the distance, the fire on the billboard hisses out under the rain. A loudspeaker crackles. The police chief speaks clearly now. Stand down. The child is safe. The giant is not our enemy tonight. Kong slowly rises. He takes one last look at Amara, who waves with a small smile. Then he turns to the far side of the roof, where mist curls over the city like breath. He steps into the gray and is gone. Not hiding, not running, just returning to the shadow places giants must keep. The storm begins to fade. Lights brighten on the streets below, people breathe. The city for a moment is quiet. Amara holds her auntie's hand. She looks at the mist and whispers a wish. May he find peace. Sometimes the biggest hands hold the softest hearts. If this story moved you, please subscribe, like, and share for more stories on the Black Girl Narrative.